Yeah, I might have a little bit of a hoarding problem. Welcome back to Lizard of Doom. I am Max. I have a decade's worth of sprues to sort out. I've been in this hobby since 2012. I had a couple years off and then started back up with this channel, and I've come back to it in a major way. So I have got a lot of bits. I've never thrown a sprue away if it had something useful on it. So I've ended up with a lot of sprues over the years, over my many different armies and projects that I've worked on, and it's becoming a little bit of a problem. See, when these were nicely piled here, that doesn't look like too much space, but split up over a lot of boxes and like entwined in each other and tangled in a big mess of plastic spaghetti, it gets a little much. So I had to think of a way to sort this, and obviously the best way to do this is by putting them all in a bits box. But I ain't just going to use a normal bits box. I'm going to make my own custom bits box. So that brings me to the sponsor of this video, and it's because this video is sponsored that I can provide a combat patrol as a prize for the painting competition in the Discord. So the sponsor of this video is, again, the Creality Falcon 2. They support this channel a bunch, and they are a great laser engraver. So let me tell you about them. The Creality Falcon 2 is the perfect tool for any hobbyist. It's perfect to accompany a 3D printer or anything else in your hobby space like that already, or just on its own. I've made a bunch of terrain, retro orc terrain, 40k snow terrain, jungle themed ape terrain. This has been perfect for those projects, and I can't imagine any other tool that would do the job as well, as fast, and as cheaply materials wise. Have a look at the links down in the description below. If you purchase one through those links, I do get a little bit of kickback from that. So that would be very nice. Thank you for helping support this channel. So as a basis for the bits box I need to make for all of my ridiculous sprues, I've taken a free file off the internet for just a little drawer system, because that is going to be quite nice as a basis, and it's going to be easy for me to make. Someone's already designed it for me. I have resized these drawers into panels that I could laser cut out in one go. So the Falcon 2 bed is this size, so I can get through this in one go per thing. You may notice the drawer fronts off to the side here. That's because I'll be making custom ones at the end when I'm organised, and I know what's in each drawer. Just a little heads up, flashing light warning, there's some laser cutting coming now, and there's some laser cutting again nearer the end of the video. So just a little warning if you've got any photosensitivity. I am aware I could buy little plastic drawers from the hardware shop, and they would do the job just fine. But that's not cool enough for me. I want something custom, something personalised, something I'm proud of that I've made myself. I like kit bashing models all the time, so why not take the same kind of approach to my hobby space in general and make something cool that I can have in my workshop, and when I have people over for game days, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's a cool bits box. That kind of gets me going. I just want to make something that looks cool rather than buy an off-the-shelf plastic drawer set. I'm sure in this hobby you can appreciate that, and I am challenging you this week. Don't worry about your painting. Don't worry about catching up on your pile of shame / future fun. Do something that's going to improve your hobby life. Leave me a comment for what you're going to do that's going to improve either your workspace or your hobby flow, and I'm very interested to see what I could implement too that you guys are going to implement in your hobby lives to make things better for you. This is something that I'm going to do that's better for me. I've been crawling through little crawl spaces either side of my attic workshop every time I've done a kit bash on this channel, just trying to find the right bit that I know is out there somewhere, because I've got an amazing memory for what bits I own, but I never know where they are. So this is a necessary project. It took absolute days to clip out all of the bits, and I still honestly have a few sprues left. I was trying to get it all done in time for this video, but I only have 1 or 2 boxes to do left now. The way I was doing it originally is like this, when I was roughly clipping out each bit, then plopping it in a box, but that was too slow. So I switched to a method where I piled them all up and then sorted them at the end. The boxes are kind of a mishmash of different categories. For instance, there wasn't enough goblins to make up a goblin box, so I've got an orc and goblin box. The only weird one that happened like that is the Nids and Necrons box. A little bit of a weird combo, but I guess they're both Xenos, and they now share a box because I didn't have enough bits for them to warrant one each. After days of organising my hobby space, I had an idea of how much each category would take up. I knew that humanoids for fantasy, that's elves, dwarves and humans, would need 2 boxes, and neither of them really warranted 1 box on their own apart from the humans, but they overspilled, so humanoid boxes it is. Chaos needed 2 boxes, monster bits needed 2 boxes just because they're pure size, and also undead needed 2 boxes because I've collected a lot over the years. With all of this organised, there was only really one thing that didn't fit into these boxes. As many of you probably realise from collecting Warhammer yourselves, vehicle kits are big and bulky, and generally in 40k you get a lot of spares because there's different loadouts that you can take on them, so they would have to live the normal bits box life and stay in a chocolate tub. There are so many in here, there is no way I was fitting these all in a drawer like this without it taking up the entire arrangement of drawers, so they're going to live in there forever. Once I had organised it all, it was time to pour it out, and this felt like heresy after sorting it all like I'd done, putting all that effort in. But this was necessary because I needed to fit the drawer fronts. So the drawer fronts are going to be that of the ones that came with this file system, but I'm going to be engraving some of my own little custom designs on them and making them unique for me. If you've enjoyed this video so far, check out the rest of the channel, pop a little subscribe and do a little like please, that would genuinely really help me with the algorithm. Thank you. Let's see what I've made for this. Now I've pinched a bunch of vectors for Warhammer stuff and the like and made my own little drawer fronts. It's fine to pinch it for this because I'm not selling this, you know, I'm not profiting off this. I am just making this custom for me. And I'm quite happy with the ones I've got here, and I'm going to be taking advantage of the thickness of the wood. I'm using 5mm thick plywood for this rather than my normal 3mm MDF that I use for terrain. So I will be doing a double engrave. What does that mean? That means I'll be doing 2 passes of the engraving to make it even deeper, because in my head I had that I want these drawers to be black and sleek at the end, so making it double deep was going to be the way that these would stand out even if the whole thing was painted black at the end. And I believe it works quite well, so just wait a little second and you'll see what that looks like. Once they were all cut out, it was time to stick them all together. All you need for that is a little bit of wood glue and you're good. What I like about this is that if I need to change the drawers at all, I can just pop the front off. I haven't used too much wood glue, but they are securely on there. If I need to change the categories I've got in these shelves, because I use up all the bits, which is never going to happen, I need to put different bits in there, I can. Once I'd sprayed the insides blue, just to kind of save on spray paint really, and then the front of the drawers black, and glossed them as well with a cheap car lacquer, it was time to sort everything back together and have a look at the finished project. Now this project may look quick and simple, but I assure you it was quite time consuming, and the only saving grace is that I never have a problem with the Creality Falcon 2. That thing is glorious. Once all the bits are back in, we can have a look at the final outcome. Here we have my lovely, sleek bits box drawers. This is perfect, and I've got 2 of them, and I'm going to either wall mount them or just leave them on my desk. I haven't decided yet. They may be a bit heavy for wall mounting if I don't do it properly, but perfect, easy to access, all of the bits I need for the kit bashes on this channel, and I'm going to get a lot of use out of these drawers. So now I have these lovely custom drawers built and everything's in there. I've still got a little bit more clipping to do to finish off my tidy up. But yeah, I'm challenging you to do something that improves your life hobby-wise this week. So let me know in the comments what that is. I'm also giving away this lovely Gundam. Check out the video in the top corner now. I converted it into a Nurgle Gundam. So if you'd like that, check out that. There's a little activation phrase to leave in the comments there, and you could win this when we hit 15,000 subscribers. Speaking of subscribers, do one of them please. Little subscribe button down there. Thank you very much. And again, thank you to the Creality Falcon 2 for sponsoring this video and making it possible for me to offer that prize for the painting competition. That is all from me. I will see you next time. Remember, it is not a pile of fun. It is a pile of fun? What's my outro? That is all from me. Remember, it is not a pile of shame. It is a pile of future fun. And I will see you next time. Peace.